Thank you so much. And I think with those opening remarks having been made, I'd like just to give a perspective on behalf of the Department of Transport. The perspective is very important for us so that it is understood as to where this initiative is located. Leaders and members of the about to be announced network, I would like to welcome you. I'm sure there will be an introduction of all of you here. But just to say to you that today is a historic moment. It may appear to be few people that are here, but the people that are gathering here are the leaders who are going to be driving an important milestone in the history of the development of the maritime sector in South Africa. Getting to here was not easy, but now that we have reached this milestone, we can only look forward to the next milestone. And the next milestone is not going to be talks and speeches, but it's going to be tangible and real, because the work that we've put before yourselves, inspired by the comprehensive maritime transport policy, is the kind of work that the industry needs today, that our industry is yearning for. For a very long time, the architecture of participation has not truly given the industry, particularly the private sector, a space for you to articulate and meaningfully get involved. Today's event closes that chapter, because we now have at the core of the next 5 years of the CMTP, at the core of the industry participating and presenting themselves to lead processes that are going to result in collaboration between the private sector and the public sector. The Department of Transport is encouraged by this development. Encouraged by it because it's going to address the challenge that has confronted a number of policy documents of government. Remember that government is there to make policies and regulations, legislation, to govern the citizens. So if you take our maritime policy to be a policy that governs the maritime citizens, you can then understand that today's event is demonstration that those citizens that are governed by this policy, they want to be more involved and contribute. And I think it is therefore a unique achievement. But it's not unique because already our leaders have expressed the need for that collaboration, the need for what is referred to as the social compact, the need for a social compact where public and private sectors work together to find common solutions to the challenges we have. The CMTP, the Comprehensive Maritime Transport Policy, articulates the challenges that are faced by the sector. But the solutions to some of those challenges rest with those that are at the core phase of our sector. In terms of interpreting within this broad framework of the policy into practical and tangible actions and results. So the way that therefore these task forces which are going to be explained, they tackle those specific areas. The Department of Transport is not in any manner creating parallel processes. We all are part of the bigger oceans economy And there are various government structures that are created there, and some of you are participating in them. But the uniqueness of the network is that primarily it's being created as a platform for the sector, for the private sector, to engage meaningfully and be able to make concrete suggestions and actions that need to be taken. Indeed, because South Africa is a democratic state, therefore, by extension, structures or initiatives like this, they contribute in strengthening that fabric of the democratic system that make our country. So, platforms where people engage and make decisions for the common good are encouraged and must be encouraged. The National Development Plan itself calls for a greater collaboration for the ideas and objectives of it to be realized. And this initiative, therefore, fits in perfectly with the aspirations of the National Development Plan, where we as citizens are able to make a meaningful contribution and participation in the life. The Department of Transport looks forward to engaging, and this is now the message that I bring from the leadership of the department, to interact with the network, to understand each other better and deal with any blockages that may be there, so that we are then able to realize the success of the network. The network approach itself is new. There are going to be challenges as you move forward, but your commitment demonstrates that there will be any obstacle that may be there will be addressed, because your common objective is to bring about great success of our industry. If I talk about the industry, you know it better, because you live by what the industry produces. If the industry does not produce the return on your investments in the businesses that you run, people will not have jobs. The economy will not be able to manage the global trade that the sector is responsible for. You must always be reminded by the contribution of the sector in the national economy, that about 80% of the economy depends on the maritime system. And therefore, you have no explanation to me why you regard collaboration critical and important. So your voluntary coming on board and saying you want to make a contribution must be applauded. Because you chose to be part of the initiative. You could have decided, no, we are not interested. But you chose that you want to be part of this, and that's the first step in realizing what will be good for the sector. We are all aware that our sector is at the moment facing huge challenges and huge competition that's coming in the north of us. And that if we don't put our game together, and that we do not upscale our activities, our continued existence is in question. So it is important that this task we take as a task that is primary for it to be undertaken. And without the buy-in and involvement of companies like Standard Coastal, who has hosted us here today, the success of this is not guaranteed. We're grateful we've got the major maritime employer who is part of this initiative, SAMSA, and their presence and participation in this is as well demonstration of the highest level of commitment and interest in Africa. South Africa has to respond. There is a huge push in the area of renewable energy, and reports are indicating that we have a greater role to play there. But if we do not up our game and be ahead and plan ahead, we may end up not realizing the benefits that will be brought by renewable energy for the sector, but also renewable energy for a possible export into countries that need it. There have been a number of reports in the port sector that demonstrate once again that it is important that the maritime value chain is empowering in itself and are able to have the nation benefiting from the maritime value chain, considering the footprint that we are currently occupying. So it is so important that driving and ensuring that there is that highest level of collaboration is realized by this initiative. And then lastly, I would like just to remind all of you that Durban seems to be the focus for 2022. We're meeting here in Durban, but later this in October, the whole world, the maritime world, is converging here in Durban to celebrate the World Maritime Day event, which South Africa is hosting. I can still recall when the proposal was made at the IMO Council. We did not know we were supposed to host it in 2020, but unfortunately COVID pushed everything forward. Hence, it's only now that we will be hosting that event. After South Africa, it will go to the Islamic Republic of Iran, where the World Maritime Day will be celebrated next year. So Durban has to put a good show for this event, and part of that show, you recall at the midterm policy review, we ran a competition, and I introduced the two young ladies who can wisdom. They designed a statue that hopefully, if all goes well and we have the money to have it produced, it will then be unveiled by the IMO Secretary General, and hopefully our President will be present. So it's going to be a historic moment. So please, if you want to interact with the young ladies in terms of if you want to put your rand of assent to realizing the production of that statue, which represents the maritime connectedness globally, there is that opportunity. So we are also, I think, part of why they are here. They are exploring the best possible space where this can be displayed. But if you want to interact with them, please do. Then, with those words, I would like, therefore, to welcome you here and say that the Department of Transport is fully behind this initiative. We are excited about it, and that the announcement today would then bring the network closer to the department. I think the Deputy Director General has specifically requested me to convey to you that he had wished to be here, but because of other pressing commitments, he could not be here. And he asked me to convey to you that he would like to have an engagement with you. Others, I think that engagement also led us to an engagement with the minister who graced this conference in Cape Town with his presence and endorsement in whatever we are doing moving forward. With those few words, may I then invite Ms. Maharaj, Prashin Maharaj, who is your president.